Hey everyone, my name is Sean, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about a new version of Dragon Link that I truly believe it can be considered a tier 0 deck for the game. I know it's not the build you're currently seeing on the screen right now. Now, when I was building this deck, right from the get-go, my immediate thought was, what will happen if I take the best combo deck in the game and mix it with the best one-card engine in the game, that being SYNCHRON. And if you don't know what SYNCHRON can do, let me show you a quick video and give you an example. The SYNCHRON engine is insane. Not only is it able to summon any level 4 plus level 88 synchro to your board with just one card, such as Borrelord Savage, Draco Berserker the Tenny, Ignis the Prominence, Cyframe Lord Maker, Stardust Dragon, or even Void Dragon, but you can do it different things with it. You can use it to summon out a level 9 synchro, such as Hot Red Dragon Archery and Abyss, which is a guaranteed form of negate. Or you can go even further and summon out a boss monster like Geomathmech Final Sigma, which is unaffected by all card effects while it's in the extra monster zone. This engine is absolutely insane and disgusting. But the best thing about this engine is that it can summon out Crystron Haki Firebacks. And the reason why this is so good is what I'm going to show you now. One of the weaknesses of the Dragon Link build that I posted last week is that Dragoonic Ignite Romulus is its choke point. What I mean by that is that if you're playing a card like Ash Blossom Effect Veiler, Cyframe Gear Gamma is really good against this deck. Nibiru can be really good depending on when you use it. Cards like Infinite Impermanence and so on and so forth. If you want to use those cards against this deck and try to interrupt the combo, a good point to do so would be against Dragoonic Ignite Romulus. Because it's a point where you kind of are spending resources to gain more resources, and it's what helps you set up your Guard Dragon combo. By having Crystron Haki Fireworks in the deck, it gives you an alternative way of attempting to go into your Guard Dragon combo without just simply relying on Romulus, which you're only going to want to run one copy of. So as you're seeing right now, instead of using Crystron Haki Firebacks to go into the Despot 001 and then make the Auroradon token play, I am using it to summon out Rocket Synchron and then using that to go into Guard Dragon combo. And that's really nice because Rocket Synchron is a really nice synergy point between all the cores of the deck. It's a Synchron monster, so it works with your SYNCHRON resources. It's a tuner monster, so Haki Firebacks can summon it and it can be used to make Haki Firebacks. And then it's also a dragon monster, so of course you can use it that's level 4 or lower. So you can use that for Guard Dragon LP to do your Guard Dragon combo, as I'm doing so right now. So I'm using World Legacy Guard Dragon, moving LP over, and I'm just doing the same Romulus play that I would normally do, just with Crystron Haki Firebacks instead. This is really nice. Having the SYNCHRON combo really raises the ceiling of this deck, where you can almost do a whole entire different engine, a whole entire different combo for this deck, without touching your Dragon engine and spending all your resources in one single go. I could do the whole Auroradon combo for one go and then come back to it later on. And as you're seeing right now on the screen, I can still do the whole Guard Dragon combo using Haki Firebacks and make Romulus later on, because you're going to have more dragons on the field, so why not carry on making Romulus? And you're going to have even more extenders, meaning that you're going to have an even stronger endgame board. You're going to find it easier to make boss monsters like Sayuja, Appaloosa, Borrelord, whatever you really want to make. Having Haki Firebacks makes it so much easier and more consistent for achieving your endgame combo. So, in a moment now, but I know you don't want to really hear about consistency. You guys want to see some flashy combos. You want to see what is it this deck can really achieve when you let it to full power. Now, obviously, I'm playing this against the AI just because we're playing solitaire here, guys. We're not really playing against an opponent. You're playing your combo out, and if you finish your combo, you win. And by playing against the computer, I can take my time with it and explain what I'm doing here. So I have done tuning and searched out the SYNCHRON. And now with this deck build, something you really want to do is you want to try and have try access to SYNCHRON and Star Lead Safer as early in your combo as possible. It is possible to search out these two cards later on in your combo, but by having to use resources to search them out later means you can't necessarily search out other cards. So For example, if I search out, use LP to get Starliege out, I can't get out Brotar without another extender being available to me. So it's nice if you get them nice and early. This part is really the normal Guard Dragon combo. I'm not going to cut it out though, because I kind of want to show the whole combo in this part of the video. But we're doing the normal stuff here. We've used Starliege, so Black Dragon Collapse, then make Striker Dragon. Striker Dragon is going to hit the field, and that's going to trigger both Black Dragon and also Striker's effect. And we're going to get 2 cards out of our deck by making our Link Monster. So we get White Dragon Wyver Buster added to our hand. Lovely jubbly. And then we're going to get Boot Set to Launch added to our hand. Now, we have Jet Synchron in our hand, which isn't really good because we've already used our normal summon. And I've also got Despot 001 in our hand, which isn't really where you want it to be. You kind of want that card to be either in your graveyard or in your deck. So we're going to have to try and think of a way to get there. But first, we're going to carry on the combo, and we're going to go for Romulus. Here's another nice thing about this deck. Hey, look, the Romulus combo works to support your Jet Synchron combo, because instead of going for Lance, we can go for Dragon Ravine. And while Dragon Ravine's effect is to send a Dragon monster from your deck to the graveyard, it also allows you to get rid of a card from your hand. And what cards do we not want in our hand? Well, of course, there's Jet Synchron and Despot 001. So let's kick them out of our hand, let's get rid of Jet Synchron, put him in the graveyard for later on, and then let's go and send our Absolouter Dragon, I think. And then we'll go for our effect to add a rocket monster from our deck to our hand. And I think the best target is always going to be Rocket Tracer. So Jet Synchron's in the grave. He's sitting there. He's chilling. He's relaxing. He's going to be used later on while we carry on our Guard Dragon combo and keep on going down this line of play. So we're going to activate Boot Set to Launch. I'm going to use the effect because we need 2 dragons on the field to do Guard Dragon. So we're going to activate our Boot Set to Launch to get Rocket Tracer onto the field. Doesn't matter where you summon it at this point because you're going to link it off anyway for LP. And then I'm actually going to use Quick Draw Launch. Now, when you're doing your combo, always think to yourself, how am I going to get to Rocket Tracer? I have to get to Rocket Tracer at the end of my combo. So always kind of keep that goal in mind, but because it's very nice to go from Rocket Tracer into Borreload Savage Dragon at the end of your combo, because you're locked into Dark Monsters once you've used this effect. But we're going to use it here just to get out more cards, and now we have LP on the board, as we like to do. Then we're going to use Link of Rocket Tracer to make out our Pisty. So our Guard Dragon board is going to be completed, and we have LP and Pisty, brother and sister, pointing to the same monster zone underneath Romulus. And so at this point, we're going to keep on going here, and we're going to activate LP's effect to get a card from our deck. And I think the best card here is going to be Omni Dragon Brotar. Even though I already have Legionnaire in our hand, getting out Omni Dragon Brotar is going to be nice. For one, it's going to let us search out a dragon, probably like the Strudo will be a nice target, but it's going to let us get rid of that Despot 001. So again, this is why these 2 engines work so nicely together, because you've got natural ways in your combo to discard cards and get these machines into your graveyard where they prefer to be, or if they're in your deck, that's even better because you're not using up spare resources. We use our Brotar and our Romulus to make out Hieratic Seal of the Heavenly Spears, and then we're going to activate Pisty's effect to go and summon out a card from our graveyard or Banish Pile. So let's go and get back the Starliege Safer that's in our Banish Pile. Always want to have that towards our graveyard mainly, so let's put that back on the field so we can use it later. And round about now, if I was playing this in online ranked, I'd be running out of time from this combo, which is why I'm playing against the AI here. This combo, as crazy as it is, it's way too long to do in online mode. So if anybody can achieve the same combo and get the same board in an online rank match, I would love to see that, because the timer is a real hindrance in this game, and you definitely can't finish your board too easily. Right, so this is important here. This is our first interaction against our opponent. The first thing we're going to be able to do is rip a card out of their hand. So they are now down from going on their first turn from having 6 cards down to 5. So that's 1 threat we've now gotten rid of, and as we continue to make our board here, we're now going to use Legionnaire, LP, Pisty, and Starliege to go and summon out Sayuja Scold Red. Sayuja Scold Red is a really good link for a monster. It only takes 2 2 monsters or more with different names. But if you use 4 monsters or more, you get to draw 4 cards and stack your bottom of your deck with 3 of the cards that you've drawn. So we put back in some of the cards, and I'm trying to decide what should we keep. We're going to keep Well Legacy Guard Dragon, and we're going to keep the Strudo. I'm wondering if keeping Well Legacy Guard Dragon was the best thing here, because I think we used its effect already. So yeah, maybe Foolish Burial would be better. But at this point now, it's now ready to bring out the boy. Here comes Jet Synchron, and we're going to now bring it to the field. We can now also use Star Legion's effect to get back Legionnaire if we want to, but I'm going to hold off just a bit. I'm going to now go off into Christian Hauki Firebacks. So we have Hieratic Seal on the board, and we've just taken 1 card out of our opponent's hand. So we've got 2 interactions versus their 5 cards. We're going to see if we can go a little bit further now. Can we build an even better board to deal with all of their 5 cards remaining available to them? So we use Hauki Firebacks. Normally we would go for 001 at this point, but it's in our graveyard already, so we're just going to use another copy of Jet Synchron. That's why I use multiple Jet Synchrons, because just in case you draw 001 too early. Then we go for Auroradon. Auroradon is going to hit the field, and when Auroradon hits the field, we use his effect to summon out some tokens. So here comes 1 token, that's level 3, a 2nd token, and then a 3rd token. And by summoning out these multiple tokens, we're going to activate Despot 001's effect, because he's now in our graveyard. As long as he's in your graveyard, by the time you summon Auroradon, you're A-okay. So it's not too bad if you don't summon it through Hauki Firebacks. Then we use Auroradon's effect to special summon 1 Mecha Phantom Beast card from our deck to the field. So we destroy itself, and we destroy 1 of our tokens to summon it out, and it's a level 2 tuner. Now be aware that by summoning out Auroradon, I cannot summon any more Link monsters for the rest of the turn, so we are going to be relying purely on our Synchro monsters. So I'm seeing now that this having Well Legacy Guard Dragon was actually a mistake. Not necessarily the best card to go for, and I'm going to explain why a little bit later on. But we're going to activate Orion's effect, and we've just summoned out Psyframe Lord Omega. By summoning out Omega, we're going to be able to rip another card out of our opponent's hand. So now they are down to 4 cards in their starting hand, as opposed to having 6 cards. So we're going to keep on building our board. We've already got Hieratic Seal of the Heavy Spears on the board, so that's going to deal with 1 of his cards. So now he's down to 3 forms of interaction. And now we're going to get back Chaos Dragon Legionnaire, because Stardew Safe's in our graveyard. We activate Well Legacy Guard Dragon. That's going to let us add a monster from our graveyard to our hand. And oh, I haven't actually used its summon effect, so I didn't make a mistake. So we do have it still available. That's our way to get to Borrowed Savage, and we're going to leave it on the field for now. But first, we're going to summon out Herald of the Arc Light. Herald of the Arc Light is a really good level 4 Synchro monster. It has 2 really relevant effects. 1, when it is on the field, any monster sent from the main deck or your hand to the graveyard is going to be banished instead. That shuts down so many different decks. It hurts Heroes, it hurts Spirals, it hurts Burning Abyss, comes to mind immediately. Orcus, it hurts. Thinking of other tier 1 decks. Cyber Dragon won't like it very much. It means that by having Herald on the field, your opponent's going to want to have to deal with it first before your other forms of interaction. But we've got a wall to get through with Hieratic Seal of the Heavy Spears, and also Borrowed Savage Dragon, which we now have just summoned by using Rocket Tracer's effect on this field spell, and then summoning out a level 4 monster. Borrowed Savage hits the field, and then we're going to equip it with Sayuja, so it has 4 negates, and this is going to be our endgame board, guys. So let's count how many interactions we have versus the number of cards my opponent has. My opponent would have had 6 cards on their first turn. We got rid of 1 with Chaos Dragon Levionnaire's effect, another with Psyframe Lord Omega, bringing him down to 4 cards. So we now have Hieratic Seal on the Heavenly Spears that can bounce 1 monster. We have Herald of the Arc Light that's going to banish all cards that go from the graveyard, and it has an Omni Negate effect that can negate any spell, trap, or monster effect by tripping itself. And then we have Borrowed Savage Dragon, so they only have really 1 card they will be able to use to break through our board. That's crazy. You're reducing your opponent to having 1 really good card, and in order to break your board. And also, we haven't kind of stopped there. We've got the Strudo in the graveyard. I've got Chaos Dragon Legionnaire in my hand, so they will be able to be summoned to the field in the next turn. Heretic Seal, the Heavenly Spears, when its effect is used, it's going to give me a monster from my deck, so that will give me more materials to use for Link summoning or Synchro summoning. This build is insane. It's absolutely crazy for what it can do, and it completely can shut down your opponent. So let's wrap up this video and go into the deck profile. For the deck we have 1 Despot 001, 3 Jet Synchron, 1 Brotar, 1 Rocket Synchron, 1 Phalanx, 1 Olion, 1 Black Dragon, 2 Rocket Recharger, and 3 Rocket Tracer, 3 Starleaf Seyfert, 1 White Dragon, 1 Quick Draw, 1 Absolrouter, 1 Destrudo, and 1 Chaos Dragon Legionnaire. For spells we have 1 Boot Set to launch, 1 Ravine, 1 Shrine, 1 Lance, 1 Foolish Burial, 1 Monster Reborn, 1 1-for-1, 3 Quick Launch, 1 Terraforming, 3 Tuning, 1 Upstart, and 3 World Legacy Guard Dragon. For our extra deck we have 1 Herald of the Arc Light, 1 FA Dawn Dragstar, 1 Borrelode Savage, 1 Psyframe Lord Omega, LP, Pisty, Link Karibo Striker, Halki Firebacks, Romulus, Heretic Seal, Auroradon, Appaloosa, Boral Sword, and Saryuja Goldred. Guys, I hope you've really enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching my Dragon Link videos in the past week or so. Tomorrow I'll be uploading a gameplay of me playing this in the online variant version of Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy of the Duelist. But before I leave this video, I just want to say, this is not even the end of this deck. I already have a stronger version of this deck that goes even further to new heights and increases the skill ceiling of this deck. The potential of this deck is astounding with how many different things it can do, and I'll be bringing that to you in the near future. I haven't decided yet. I might take a little break from Dragon Link and maybe focus on something else for a little while, just to give a little bit of variety. But if you want to see that new build and you want to see more Dragon Link in this deck, leave on this channel, leave a comment down below, and I'll get to it as soon as I can. Guys, thank you all. I'm chewing up my words. I'm so sorry. Thank you as always for watching. I really appreciate it. I'll see you soon. Take care.